And welcome back, everyone. Again, I apologize for cutting the duct tape short. One day we'll get through that Shelby duct tape. One day. That's the second time we played today, and we just haven't made it to the end. But my god, I love Shelby. Massive shout out to Jadolf in the chat for rating us with a party of 8. Thank you so much, Jadolf. The Dolph is here, and speaking of being here, we are also in the lower bracket finals. People in the chat, you have 3 minutes to place your bets. Who is going to make it to the grand finals to face the one, the only Ryu? We are here to find out. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pride About That is LE, we have the Mexican Protoss player himself representing Team Super. It is Pacomike. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Pride About That is oh my god, we have the Brazilian Zerg player himself, also representing Team Super. He is back for revenge. He has been working his way through that lower bracket. It is the ZergLord. The Dolph is here. Thank you so much, Jadolf. I appreciate it. My god, when were you streaming? How early have you been awake from? And when did you start streaming? My god. But here we go. The reason why I was freaking out. One, if you were here earlier today watching this series, the ZergLord did go for a 12 pool against Pacomike. He also went mass muta as well in their previous series, and none of it worked. And now here on Pride of Altaris, he went for a gas first build. Gas, pool, and then hatchery. Quickly checking the vision here, Pacomike did check the gold base. He knows that the ZergLord didn't just go for the gold, he also saw the timing of the pool and the hatchery. He should know it's gas first. He should know that this is either going to be a Link Flood or a Bane Bust or like a Roach Hole in or something crazy. Oh boy. So he is fully walling off back at home, being a little bit greedy with this wall off. He's not going for the Zealot, he is going for an Adept instead. Regardless, he should have enough to defend. Maybe, I mean, the Lings are coming across the map. The pool wasn't first, so again, relatively delayed. It looks like, yeah, the Adept will come out in time. Oh boy. Meanwhile, we have a couple of interesting things here. One, we've rushed to get 100 gas for Fastlink speed, but we also didn't completely pull out of gas. So with this, we could still see a Baneling nest if we so chose to. Leaving one drone in gas is kind of like a safety net, so we can go into a lair if we want to. Like, we have access to tech later on down the line. Meanwhile, the gold base is being fully saturated. The Adepts are going to rock up here, confirm the golds, confirm the drone counts, and drones are going to go down. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3 drones already. The Adepts are still alive as well. They're going to be able to rotate between the bases. We do have a Stargate follow-up by Pacomike. We have a couple of options here. An Oracle would make sense to try and harass the mineral line and focus everything down. A Void Ray would make sense for a more like committed push here at the gold instead. Regardless, this gold still hasn't really paid for itself. There's just hasn't been a lot of mining. Not yet. Only 5 drones here. So this gold base just hasn't really kicked in yet. We do have 2 queens and they will help out defensively. Meanwhile, a Void Ray is chosen for Pacomike. Interesting. Very interesting. Bit of a Link Flood here, but we should get the wall off in time. There we go. There's a shield battery. The Adept survives, gets behind the wall. Pacomike is perfectly fine. Hey puppy, that was a great clip where you're just laughing hysteric. I mean, that's most clips, to be fair. Oh god. Aye. Meanwhile, we have a Void Ray first to snipe this Overlord, then we're going straight into an Oracle. Finally, this base is being fully saturated, so the ZergLord can reap the rewards, reap the benefits of said gold. I'm surprised how passive Pacomike has been. I mean, he was harassing a little bit with the Adepts. I guess he was respecting the ZergLord a little bit. This base is exposed, so again, any kind of push should be directed here, but Pacomike is going for a Twilight Council. So because these bases are isolated, I want to say that Glaive Adepts can do a lot of damage. But at the same time, because they're so far apart, it's difficult to bounce between the bases with your Glaive Adepts. Like, there's a lot of like area to traverse. So I don't really know how well it's going to work out. We do have 3 gases, so this should be glaives. Up. 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 There we go. Glaives now on the way. It's being chronoed out. At the same time, it looks like Pacomike was trying to take a 3rd base. He has the minerals for it, but the ZergLord was on top of things. He did end up sniping that probe in the end. 9 a.m. stream. Jesus Christ. The ZergLord is a man of culture, I see. Is he? I'm still not entirely convinced here, but we'll see how much damage he can get done. Speaking of damage being done, the Void Ray comes across the map. Ooh, 2 drones go down. He can go for the gas geyser. He just doesn't care about the spore at all. Oh my god. He should. Oh god. The Queens, again, unfortunately completed that position. They were at the goal base, not at the natural, but they will get a snipe on the Oracle. Pacomike was being a little bit careless there with his aggression. He did get a lot of kills though. 6 drones, not bad, not bad. And here come the Adepts. What do we have to defend? Quickly looking at the units tab, we have 3 Lings and 1 Roach. What? Is this just over? 3 Lings and 1 Roach? Not the best target fire, but the Adepts are going to be able to break on through. Oh god, a lot of lost mine time here at the goal base, but they can go to the natural, and again, there's just nothing here. Oh boy, and from here we can shade into the main. These Adepts are going uncontested. The Queen at the natural goes down. Drones have been kept safe, but for how much longer is the real question here, as there we go. The drones are being focused one after the other. The target fire could be a little bit better here from Pacomike, as we do have a lot of attacks going off on roaches when they could be on drones. But there we go, finally he's targeting them a little bit. Once again, Pacomike takes the drone lead. Doesn't matter because, you know, the ZergLord, he's got the goal base, he's going all in. By the way, he's going for a Nidus. This is going to get scouted as well. Not like this, Papi, not like this. The Adepts, they back the hell up. We got a lot of Queens, we got a lot of Roaches. Again, the ZergLord is going all in. What do we have at home to defend? Some sentries, shield batteries are being thrown down in a panic. Cannons, is this going to be enough? Is this going to be in time? Can the ZergLord pull this off? Unfortunately, his push is being delayed because of these Adepts. A lot of drones are going down. Basically, every single worker here at the gold. The economy of the ZergLord is non-existent. It is in shambles right now, but does it even matter because he's pushing in with a very large army. 66 army supply to 36, literally double the army supply. The shield batteries are not going to be able to hold on. We need an overcharge. We need even more than that, but the Paladin is going to go down. Everything is being depowered. Pacomike has to try and hold at his own natural. He gives up the 3rd base. To be fair, Pacomike can afford to give up the 3rd. He still has his Adepts across the map. Like everything, literally every single drone is dying. Look away, Zerg players, look away. The drones are all falling. And Pacomike just has to defend. He just has to defend his natural. I'm shocked that he only has a single shield battery. I'm actually shocked. Oh boy. Biles do connect with some of these sentries, but again, with force fields pushing up this ramp is nigh impossible. Meanwhile, across the map, the Adepts are still alive. Finally they go down. And the ZergLord is down to 18 workers. He's droning? Can he drone from here? He's got the gold base copium, you know, he's got the... It's okay. The drones are being rallied over as well to try and saturate the gold. Oh boy. We'll see if the ZergLord can muster up a defense in time for the 2-base all-in. Because he is forcing Pacomike into a 2-base all-in. You know, there's creep here at the 3rd. There's creep also at the triangular 3rd as well, pretty much. There are active creep tumors here. At a certain point, Pacomike just has to send it. I don't know about this Robotics Bay, though. I don't think this is necessary. I think it's a bit of a questionable move. Meanwhile, the Adepts coming to the shade. Well, Biles are not going to connect with the Void Ray. Pacomike actually paying attention this time. And Pacomike is breaking free. Uh-oh. Lacking a little bit when it comes to the detection here. We did have an observer earlier. Where did the observer go? Okay, just chilling here back at home. There we go. It's going to move over so we can clear up some of this creep. Oh, the immortals are looking exposed. Yo, one immortal is going to go down. Nice pickoffs here by the ZergLord. Force fields are a little bit late. The ZergLord, he can still win this, by the way. He can still force the issue. Void Ray goes down. The immortals are having a really awkward time fighting. But with the completion of the disruptor, it looks like Pacomike is going to be okay. It's barely going to be okay. No, we've redroned the ZergLord. He's up in the economy. He's doing it. He's actually doing it. Pacomike just needs to reclaim his third. Oh god, I'm afraid about the Nova. I'm afraid. It goes up. Where's the split? There is none. Oh my god, 3 roaches and a Ravager go down. And the ZergLord has to back up. He has to back the hell up. Oh. Also, hello, Papi Vindicta. Hello. Hijito. Hope everything's okay, Miguelito. Hope everything is okay. Oh god, the ZergLord's just trying to find another way up this ramp. We're going into Colossus, question mark? Okay. Thankfully for the ZergLord, the Ravagers, sorry, the Disruptors aren't here. He looks like he wants to try and go for a flank. I don't know if this is the best choice. The Disruptors are exposed. Oh, but oh my god. Everything just went right and wrong. We had a juicy Nova go off, but for the cost of 2 disruptors. Pacomike having a little bit too much fun. Nice target fire there by the Queens to snipe that War Prism in the end. Pacomike making this as close as it can be. And we're going to Swarm Hosts? This isn't a token Swarm Host, by the way. This is intentional. We have a pit. We have six Swarm Hosts. The Colossus are exposed. Pacomike, please. Ah! Oh my god. Not like this, puppy. Not like this. Pacomike was looking so solid earlier, and to be fair, he is still looking solid, but he hasn't scattered in a while. Looking at the vision here, Pacomike, he hasn't really seen too much at all. Meanwhile, we do see Adepts coming in. Did they see the Swarm? They do now. The Swarm Hosts have been scattered. Now, he only saw 2 pairs or 1 pair of Locusts. So does Pacomike know that it's a commitment into Swarm Host, or does he think it was a misclick? And it's like a token Swarm Host that everyone makes, you know? Literally everyone. Boy, that is the question as the Swarm Hosts. They're banking on up, mate. They're banking on up. We've got 11 Swarm Hosts. About to have 14. That's math. Oh my god. You don't really see Swarm Hosts too often in this matchup, but yo, it can work. Especially with Pacomike pushing deep into creep like this. Here we go. The Locust Wave is coming out. He's going to dive on top of this army. Yo, the full surround is real. The Disruptor goes down. Pacomike, he's going to be losing everything. The ZergLord with the fight he needed. Pacomike barely escaping with a handful of units, but he lost so much supply there. And again, he just isn't ready for this. Like the ZergLord, he can just keep going. He can just keep sending wave after wave. And this army of Pacomike, it's barely even an army. Oh my god. He's trying to push on forward, but again, soon he's just going to trigger another wave. The Colossus is being focused on one after the other. There's only a single Immortal remaining here, and even that is being focused down. The comeback was real. Was it even a comeback? Was the ZergLord just in full control the entire time? It's hard to say. Nice target fire here by Pacomike, but again, the Locust Wave should be able to break this. Should be? We'll see. I mean, another immortal is going to fall. The Locust Wave runs out before killing. Oh, I was about to say before killing the next guy, but the Roach Ravager is barely enough to get a kill on that. Pacomike knocked down to 2 bases. Pacomike does have a more mobile army with Blink Stalkers, but again, he has to try and find a way to get on top of these swarm hosts. He's gotta go. We'll see. We'll see. Like, if there's a world where maybe Pacomike baits out a Locust Wave and it doesn't do too much damage, he can turn around and he can fight the Roach Ravager. Like, the Roach Ravager isn't that imposing. But the Locust Wave, they're just zoning out all of these Stalkers. Oh, we see the full surround, force the blink back, and that just means that the gold base is going to go down. That is all the ZergLord needs to do. Just keep zoning, keep denying bases. Pacomike down to 2 bases. Not even, because he's even getting mined out in the main base. Only a gas guys are remaining. He's getting mined out at the natural as well. Pacomike is broke. Maybe with like the world's best Nova? With like 2 of the world's best Novas? Maybe? Possibly? I want to believe. Can I believe? Uh-oh. Ooh. Another great Nova. Like, Pacomike, he's getting the purification Novas that he needs. Like, it's making this closer than it should be, to be honest. Meanwhile, a little bit of Roach Harass here. Ugh. I just don't know if it's, I just don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh my god! Oh. Another decent Nova, but he loses the Disruptor. And I think it's just too much. It's just far too much here. Pacomike, high on that copium. Blink Stalkers are gonna be good enough. But here comes the Locust Wave, finally sieging one of the bases of Pacomike, not just denying the fresh ones, and yeah, he just doesn't have enough to split between the bases. Oh, loses the Mineral Lion. And the base. Swarm hosts are absolutely disgusting. They're 3 units. Shaking my head. even as a Zerg player, I'd be like, yo, sometimes Swarm hosts, like, they're just so what's the word? Oppressive. Meanwhile, Pacomike coming in with his last stand. Nova to zone away the army, I guess. Second Nova doesn't connect either. We need these connections, Papi. We need them. And we're just not getting them. Meanwhile, I want to say Fala Galera to Icecar in the chat. Oh my god, no! Another Nova goes off. Like, the thing is that the reality is that if Pacomike keeps getting Novas like that, like, again, like, maybe. If he gets his goal base up, maybe, you know, like, a lot has to go right for him. A lot has to go right. I don't know if the ZergLord would let that happen, though. Oof. As we see a recall in the end, barely saving the life of all these Disruptors. Now, the ZergLord, he's on the offensive once again. He's flooding Lings behind this. He has had enough. You've been in this game far too long, Paquito. Far too long. God. So I have a couple more Novas in here. This time the splits are pretty good, though. For the most part, they're good enough. God, but the ZergLord is losing a lot across the map. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. With the overcharge, can Pacomike hold? Again, he just keeps connecting. We have the adepts across the map that are going to be able to kill this hatchery, question mark. Gold is going to go down, though, and again, Pacomike is running out of money. Like, as well as he's fighting, like, he's gonna run out eventually, right? Right? Unfortunately, the depth shade towards the gold, but we are fully mined out here, so they're only gonna get a couple of drones. I just realized, look at the drone count of the ZergLord. Oh. The swarm hosts are keeping him in this game. But, do I want to believe? Do I want to believe in Paquito? Is Protoss that OP? No, there's no way. Yeah. 2 Novas get wasted, a 3rd Nova as well. We can't afford to waste Novas like this. He does zone away the army a little bit, but he only gets 1 swarm host for his trouble. He's going to get fully surrounded. He's getting caught out. Oh, the Locust Wave is coming on in. And this may be the final push. It may be. Pacomike on 1 base economy, but the ZergLord also kind of on 1 base economy as well. What is this game? Why do these players always have such weird games? Oh, the swarm host, the swarm host, the swarm host. Does he see? Does he see? He barely caught a glimpse of them. He wants them. Oh. But really, it was a bit of a trap more than anything. Oh, God. Alright, the ZergLord, he's droning up. He's calming down. He doesn't want to throw this game, so he knows that he needs to focus on his economy. Because the ZergLord is droning up, maybe Pacomike can get a base up and running. My body isn't ready for this. It's not ready for this. Swarm host looking a little bit exposed. Pacomike on the prowl, on the hunt. I love Jade up in the chat. Okay. Pacomike on medical grade copium. Is he? He kind of is. But the ZergLord is also not looking that great either. Like, bearing in mind that this is inflated supply because Roach Ravager takes up a lot of supply and Swarm Hosts are only useful whenever they have their Locust Waves available. So this is still... This could still kind of go either way. Oh my god, another Nova goes off. Not like this. No, not again! Every single Roach Ravager is going to go down. Just like that, Pacomike, he takes the fight of his life. At the same time, Locust Wave is going to come out. But these Swarm Hosts are looking a little bit exposed again. They don't have a buffer. They don't have anything to protect them. Pacomike, he's looking for them. And now, there's nothing to defend. Okay, here we go. Reinforcements are coming out though. Oh. The ZergLord needed these. We have a recall. Oh, Stalkers are getting picked off. These are Stalkers that Pacomike cannot afford to lose. And Pacomike gets a base up and running. This is pretty crucial, to be honest. Oh my god. Like, there are no more Ravagers. They are being morphed in now, but like the comeback potential, it's becoming more and more clear. A Locust Wave is forced on the left-hand side. Oh my god, they're found! They're found! Pacomike is coming for them! Oh no. Every single Swarm Host is gonna go down. You could argue, okay, the ZergLord knows what this is. Recall is on cooldown, so this is a pseudo trap here. The ZergLord may be losing all of his Swarm Hosts, but he's on the way. Yo, the Disruptors are getting picked off one after the other. This could be it! This could be it. We still have 1 Nova, but it's not going to be enough. There we go. Every single Disruptor goes down. So the ZergLord loses his Swarm Host, but Pacomike loses his Disruptors. And I do think that the Disruptors were a little bit more valuable. Pacomike is forced to come back home. I think I want to say that the ZergLord has finally done it. Like, killing those Disruptors was massive. He does throw away his army for it. Let's have a look at the units tab. We got 10 roaches. 10 roaches. Uh-oh. Oh no. Pacomike's found the bases. He's found the bases, Puppy. He's found the bases. He's found the bases. The adepts are coming. There's only one though because Pacomike's broke. He needs his gas. He needs his gases. Oh my god. Okay, the Red just coming in. Okay. The ZergLord, again, killing those disruptors. I do want to favor him still. He's still got this. He's still okay. Do we have a recall available? We have a lot of force fields. Here we go. How good are the force fields? How good are the force fields? We need them, Bobby. We need them. They're okay. They're not really what we needed, though. He's trying to focus on the Immortal, and he is going to get the Immortal in the end. Ay. Adepts are doing work. At the time, he looked so dead. He did look dead, Jadolf. You're not wrong. I think we all believed that Pacomike was dead, but look at the supply. What is happening this game? We still have Glaives, by the way, so the Adepts are putting in a lot of work, keeping that drone count low. You have to be careful. There we go. All 4 Adepts are saved. Now they're going into the main base. There's nothing in the main to kill. Oh my god. This game has been going on for 26 minutes and we've never exceeded 40 workers. What am I watching? What am I stuck in? I'm in limbo right now. I should be dead. Disruptors are being rebuilt. Adepts are still here. God. Going towards the now. Yo, there's no queen. Sorry, never mind. There is one queen here, but the Adepts are going to get even more drone kills. Meanwhile, the main army's trying to hit this gold base. It looks like the gold should be forced to be cancelled. Go to disruptor, go to disruptor, go to disruptor. The number goes up! Oh, not the best connection there. Does turn around due to the force fields. Meanwhile, every single drone here at the natural did go down. The queen as well, I think. That was a cancel, I believe, not a kill. 6 Nexi have gone down this game. Jesus Christ. 6 Nexi, my god. The Adepts are back. Oh my god, the Adepts are back. These are the MVPs. The Adepts are doing so well at crippling the economy. We're coming on in, but now we have 2 disruptors. We have 2, puppy. Oh god. It's still so close. As this was happening, we had a bit of a link run by. Yo, this is huge. Pacomike losing his own economy. We're down to 21 probes versus 17 probes versus 21 drones. Oh my god. To be fair, Pacomike only needs this 1 base, but he needs gas. He has 0 gas income right now. I don't know if we really want disruptors dealing with this. Yeah, the next side could go down. Another massive warping of zealots. Yo, he's gonna get the Roach Ravager. Whatever we can get, it's worth it. That was minerals for gas there. The next side goes down. We take the gases, Paco. You need your gas. You need your gas. This is goddamn stupid. This is just nonsense. This is not StarCraft. What is this? What are we watching? Okay. Alright, let's take stock again. We have a decent Roach army, to be fair. But he can never push into this because of the disruptors. Like, he has to wait for Pacomike to try and push onto creep. But he's not. He's just focusing on harassment instead. And the ZergLord is just having a really hard time dealing with this War Prism. He's not dealing with it at all. He doesn't have any queens. Whenever he tries to get them, they just die. But he has been slowly working on this army. The worker counts are even. There we go. He's taking his gases. The army's coming. The ZergLord's had enough. Oh god, don't push up this ramp. Don't do it. Don't do it. He does see the disruptors. Don't push up the ramp, puppy. Don't do it. The go first Nova goes off. Doesn't connect with anything. Good start here for the ZergLord. Pacomike has to hold on to his second Nova. He cannot waste it. Oh no! And he doesn't. He does connect there with 3 Ravagers, but here we go. That causes the trigger to be pulled. The force fields are holding the line, though. They're keeping the ZergLord back. And I feel like Pacomike is doing it. The force fields are just too damn good. The army of the ZergLord is crumbling. We didn't think it was possible. There was a time where Pacomike was down 60 supply. He was straight up down 60 supply. But he fought his heart out. We thought he was on some medical grade copium, mate. And he was. The copium worked. It worked, people. It worked. Whatever the hell Pacomike is smoking, we need to get in on that. Because he's back with the vengeance. The ZergLord is rebuilding his army though, so again, Pacomike has to be careful not to get surrounded. There are no Ravagers with this army, but still a lot of Ling Roach. Oh my god, but here come the Disruptors. Here they come, here they come. Always thinking about it. The ZergLord, he just can't push in. Not just because of the Disruptors, we also have force fields, and there's no way to deal with them. There are no Ravagers. DTs would have been so good this game. They would have been good. They would have been good. It's just the economy is in such a dire place. Meanwhile, we do have a Ling run by, but we have a war bin of Zealots back at home to defend with the shield battery, with the overcharge. Pacomike is fine. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the Disruptor's looking a little bit exposed. The ZergLord, he thinks about it. He thinks about trying to dive in. He's going for another surround, but the force fields are too good. They're just too good. The base is going to go down towards the top right, and Pacomike has finally swung things in his favor. He has the Protoss Death Ball that he has always needed. GG gets called. Pacomike takes game 1. Oh god. GG. GG, well played. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. There was a period where Pacomike was up, sorry, the ZergLord was up 60 supply, mate. 60. It's crazy. But Pacomike never gave up. He never gave up. He fought till the last, and he clawed his way back in, and he took the first game. Oh my god. Can you show the units lost? I should have. Sorry, I missed it. I missed it, J-Dop. I should have showed the units lost. Oh my god. I didn't want to, though. I didn't want to. Pacomike lost 7 Nexuses that game. 7 Nexuses! I do remember that. Because he lost 6 at the time, then he lost his triangular third again. This is not good for my mental state. And here we go. The Copium brought him back to life. It's a miracle. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad ALE, we have the man who was brought back to life through the power of Copium, representing Team Super. It's the best Protoss player in all of Latino America. It is Pacomike. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad ALE, we have the Brazilian Zerg player, also representing Team Super, somehow losing game 1. Someone give this man a hug. I can't imagine how that must feel. But he's still in this series. It is the ZergLord. I want to hug this man. We've all been there before in a ladder game where you are ahead, you've done so much damage, and you're like, okay, I just need to not throw, and you're panicking, and your anxiety is through the roof, and your heart is beating, and you're like controlling your army half decently, but then like you're losing workers in your main and your natural. There are adepts all over the place. You know, your swarm hosts are kind of going off, and then they get caught out, and then disruptor shots come out, and then for one moment you're not looking at your army, and suddenly you lose 20 supply. We've all been there. The ZergLord was just there. and GG, man, GG. Jado, it was like 80 supply at one point, I swear. Oh my god. I can't believe it, mate. I can't believe it. Pacomike, you know, he's hungry. He's thirsty. He wants the win. He will not give up. He will never give up until the last unit. For good reason. I'm sure there are plenty of players in that last game where they would have tapped out. There are so many moments where they just would have tapped out. They're like, all right, next game. You know, I've lost. I'm too far behind. It's over. Not Pacomike. He believed. He believed in himself, in his copium. And, yeah, he came out on top. Wow. What a guy. What a guy. Now we're in game number 2. The ZergLord's that's gonna be a feels good man for Pacomike, and the ZergLord has to shake that loss off. He has to shake it off. We have to reset mentally here in the next game because he is a good enough player to win. He knows that he can. He knows that he has it in him. He has to make sure he doesn't let himself, like, he doesn't get in his own way, you know? Oh god. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to recover from that game. Meanwhile, Pacomike is going for a Twilight Council opening. We just see the first adept, just harassing a little bit, keeping an eye on that drone camp, making sure no additional gases have been taken. So far, 1 drone, 2 drones go down. Uh-oh. Can we get 3? 3 drones for 1 adept. A great trade here for Pacomike, and it looks like he is going for a Twilight Council, not for Glaives, as we still only have 1 gateway. He is going straight into a Dark Shrine. And this is a scary moment. We have a Stalker, the first Overlord of the ZergLord, doesn't get into the main base. He's on the brink of death. The likelihood of him getting a scout off is pretty low. He is going anyway because he has to, but this is a scary moment because if the ZergLord doesn't get in, then he has to, I mean, he should be playing it safe. He should be throwing down spores. He doesn't know he needs to, not yet. Yeah. And again, like, it's not a good feeling to throw down spores if you don't know you need them. So here we go, 1 spore in the natural. We should be seeing 1 in the main as well. Overlord is going to try and slip 1 in. Thankfully, the 1 Stalker is here at the natural, not in the main. So the ZergLord should be able to get in and get eyes on what is happening. Pacomike could have been a little bit more vigilant here with his Stalker and tried to deny this, but again, it's a little bit unfortunate that didn't happen. Meanwhile, DTs are morphed in and they reveal themselves. Interesting. Okay, the DTs end up swiping against the Lings, so now the ZergLord knows 100% what is going on. We should be seeing a lair soon. There we go, 1 spore for every single base. These are a little bit late, but the DTs are at home and they even just immediately morph into an Archon. So Pacomike respects his opponent enough to be like, hey, you scouted me. I know that these DTs, they will not deal damage. So just morph them into Archons, you know, just do what I can with an Archon drop instead. Okay, the ZergLord, he survived the initial opener. We're good, we're good. Speaking of being good, the ZergLord is making a lot of Lings right now. Again, you do need some army to deal with DTs when they rock up. Otherwise, they will just overpower your Spore and just go to town. We should be seeing, yep, Roach Warren is done as well. Lair is almost done. The Archons can still be a little bit annoying, but the ZergLord should have enough to protect his Overlords. He even has enough for transfuse. Ooh, doesn't get it. Yeah, so far Pacomike, he gets some creep tumors. Oh, gets 2 more tumors there. The ZergLord a little bit greedy. Oh, but maybe well worth it, dishing out a lot of damage, a lot of focus fire on the War Prison. Pacomike does escape with his Archons. And yeah, now things are calming down a little bit. I'm sure the ZergLord is a little bit thankful that, okay, now we're in a more standard straight up game here, especially after game 1. Especially after game 1. Hopefully he can bring it back. Oh, loses the high energy queen though. These Archons have done so much for Pacomike. 1 shot away from getting another queen. Jesus. From here, he's transitioning into a Stalker Sentry push. I mean, the ZergLord still has a relatively strong army against this. Doesn't have any Ravagers yet, but he doesn't need them until the army moves out. I'm a little bit concerned because he doesn't have eyes on this. He does have 1 Spotter Ling across the map, but nothing here to really see if an army does move out through the center. Until now. There we go. ZergLord does set up his Lings in position. Beautiful. Just what we want to see. and now he goes up towards his 4th. So Ling Roach Ravager is pretty decent. We don't necessarily need mainlings in this situation, especially because we have mainly Stalkers and Archons. So Ling Roach Ravager is exactly what we need. Pacomike going to try and rotate around through here. He's going to get some creep tumors, but he's going to have a hard time pushing in further than that. Meanwhile, massive Ling Rumbai does hit the 3rd base. Yo, he's going to get into the shield battery. He's going to get a lot of probes here. Yo, are we going to see a recall? No, we don't. Instead, Pacomike commits. Yeah, going to take a couple of blasts to the face there on one of his immortals, but he throws down the shield batteries again. There's no buffer for these Ravagers. Uh-oh. A lot of the Ravagers are being focused down. We don't have a War Prism to juggle these immortals, though. They're getting a little bit exposed. And just like that, it looks like one immortal is going to go down. Oh, can he get a second? And it looks like he will. Even though the ZergLord is losing some workers, it is well worth it. He has defended. Not just defended, mate, he shut down every single immortal. This Prism was out of position. We needed the Prism there to keep those immortals alive. That would have changed everything. If the Prism was there, then Pacomike probably would have won that engagement. So a little bit of miscontrol there by Pacomike. Sure, the ZergLord lost some workers, but he also killed 12 probes across the map. So both players end up trading out, and I feel like the ZergLord came out on top there. Meanwhile, now he's got his 4th up. Now he can start droning if he wants to. He's got options here. Does he want to try and go for a big counterattack? I feel like he should. Oh, especially with the misrally. Like, killing 3 immortals is massive. Why not just capitalize on that? We don't have enough firepower here to really withstand a Roach Ravager force. And here we go, we're pushing on forward. Both gateways are going to go down. There's going to be so much surface area to work with. We do have some sentries for force fields, but I mean, that's what the Ravagers are for. There we go, just outzoning the army. Meanwhile, the MVP disruptors are back. They are here. The Nova goes off and doesn't connect with anything. And I feel like with that lack of connection, the ZergLord, he can just start a step forward, and he's doing it. You know, he may have suffered a little bit in game 1, but here in game 2, he's looking much more solid, capitalizing on the mistakes of Pacomike. He takes down the 3rd base, and if he wanted to, he could keep on going. Of course, he has to be careful because the Purification Nova has reset, so pushing up a ramp is a scary thing, but he just hit the 3rd, he can rotate around, and now hit the 4th. Which is exactly what he's doing. Behind this, we see a Baneling Nest. We see an Infestation Pit to go into a Hive, to I imagine go into Vipers. How good are the Novas going to be? They're going to be decent. Ooh, one of them misses, but the other one gets a juicy connection. But even then, I don't think it's going to be enough. The ZergLord up 80 supply. This time, there are no more disruptors available. He dives on in, gets a full surround. The Immortals are not long for this world. Nothing is long for this world. As the ZergLord, he is not going to take this lying down. He is looking to go to the ace match. Oh, he's trying. Again, that was a pretty good Purification Nova by Pacomike, but he should never get a 3rd base up and running. The target fire is real. The Biles are zoning away the Protoss army. Pacomike knocked down to 2 bases. And with that, there's no way for Pacomike to come back, right? that's what we believed last game, and we were wrong. Pacomike, he may be down 80 supply, but he's been here before. You know, he knows how he knows how to get this done. Oh god. But again, even with the 2 best Purification Novas, it shouldn't be enough. The ZergLord is maxed out. There's no reason for him to stay at home. Here we go. He's powering through all of these rocks. He's going to be pushing up this ramp. All he has to do is avoid the Novas. That's all he's got to do. Easier said than done, to be fair. At the same time, DT Rumbai is going to force a cancel at the 5th base of the ZergLord. Not bad. Oh, the comeback potential. Is it here with the DTs? I don't know, puppy. I don't know. DTs do get dropped into the main base. We have plenty of roaches to deal with this, but the Spore gets dealt with. But we do have detection anyway. Meanwhile, we did have a force cancel here at the 4th. The kids? It was. Oof. Not a kill, not a kill. And even though the ZergLord is being forced back, it's okay because he's got Vipers on the way. You know, he just wants to secure his victory. He tries to split. Again, oh my god. A half-decent Nova goes off. Force Field's going to keep the Disruptor alive. But again, especially with the Vipers coming, like, that is going to be the nail in the coffin. Does he even need the Vipers? They're just going to make everything easier. Oh my god, it's again, the ZergLord just wants to force another cancel. Can he get it? Can he get the cancel? The Disruptors expose themselves. Oh, they do back up just in time. Oh. And the third will get up and running. It will get up. We'll see if it gets running. The Vipers are coming out. There we go, as they just suck on that hive. To have another warping of Zealots here into the main base, but the ZergLord has eyes on this. There we go, Roaches are already en route to help defend. And once we see the Abducts, and again, we should see them. I don't know if there's necessarily going to be a way back here. Nova goes off. Oh my god, a massive connection on the Lings, on both Lings. But there are the Yoinks. GG gets called, and the ZergLord ties up the series 1-1. Also, welcome back, baby Ling. Welcome back. Thankfully, I think as a Zerg player, it's probably a good thing that you weren't here for game one. Game one was heartbreaking. That's the reason why I wanted to give the ZergLord a hug. It was not a pretty sight. It was not a pretty sight. Oh boy, the heart just sank, mate. It just sank. But we are tied up 1-1. We're going to the ace match here. The final game between these two players. Which way will this go? I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to the map. What were our vetoes looking like on Pride of Altaris? The ZergLord, he went straight for that gold base. If we end up on Blackburn, will he do the same? Only one way to find out. Give us the map. Lobby has been made. Here we go. Oh, it is going to be Hardwire, one of the more standard maps, a little bit more choky, but not a bad map for something like a committed roach push if the ZergLord wants to go for that. That is more of his style, so I expect to see that coming out of him, but we'll see. Pacomike is the most powerful when 80 plus supply down. True. That's when he goes Super Saiyan, mate. That's when he takes off the weighted clothing. He strips and he goes full power. I never want to play against Pacomike when I'm ahead 80 supply. That's a scary time, mate. That's scary. That's when the pressure is on most. Ugh. All right, here we go. We are diving into game number 3 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE. We have El Mexicano himself, the Mexican Protoss player, the best Protoss in all of Latino America, representing Team Super, the man who just won't die. It is Pacomike. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Brazilian Zerg player himself, also representing Team Super. I almost started talking about Amantes of StarCraft. I'm losing my mind. It is the ZergLord. Here we go, coming back from the brink of death, bringing back the series, tying it up 1-1, going to the ace match. Can he close it out? Are we going to get that ZvZ Grand Finals? That is the question. Oh, yeah, we could be there. That could be our reality. So far, a standard opener, hatch, gas pool. It's good to take note of this because if you remember, in the previous series, he has been prone to go to pool first builds or gas first or even 12 pool. But here, something more standard, and Pacomike confirms that. Comes in with the Probe Scout, confirming the timing of the gas and the pool. He should be feeling pretty safe and sound about all of this, and we'll see what he whips out. Again, I feel like Pacomike has had the most success with Glaive Adepts, more than anything the entire night today, so maybe he's gonna revert back to that and fall back on that because those are his strengths and maybe the weakness of the ZergLord, but we shall see. I'm making a channel point reward called Time Hadinola. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Ugh. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, here we go. So far, again, everything's looking pretty standard so far. Once the Cybercore is done, we can get a better eye on what Pacomike wants to go for. As he's going for a Stalker first, I imagine it's going to be Glaive Adepts. It's going to be relying a lot more on the Stalker to deny scouting information here instead of a Void Ray with a Stargate. So the Stalker is a little bit of a tell, and there it is. It is going to be the Twilight Council. Now, last game we saw that he tried going for DTs from that Twilight Council, and it didn't really work. The ZergLord was able to scout in time, and the DTs didn't really do anything. The Archons, they did some work, you know, cleared up some creep and killed a queen. But I'm sure, especially with our openers, we want to do more than just that. I'd be pretty surprised if we do see a Dark Shrine with this, as we see the Twilight Council finishing up. We do have 2-on-2, so this should be for Glaives. Oh, never mind. He pulls out completely from the gas. Oh my god. We are going for a charge all in. Let's go. So he pulls out completely from the gas, guys. There's 0 gas mining right now. And again, this is a massive tell to the ZergLord as to what this is going to be. But unfortunately, his Overlord is stuck in the main, stuck at the natural base, not in the main. I love it. Pacomike even rotating with his units here to make sure nothing gets into the main base. Overlord is on the way, but again, it's not going to get in. It shouldn't get in. We do have some Lings being set up here outside the main base as well to catch any kind of War Prism or any, oh my god, any kind of Prism or any kind of Oracle coming out from the main. So the ZergLord, he's going to have a great Ring of Vision here. Unfortunately, there is no Robo with this. This is even more committed. This is going to hit so hard. No Robo, no War Prism. We have a Proxy Gateway instead for all those Zealots. Here we go. The Overlord is on the way. We'll see if he can get in. Where's the Stalker? The Stalker's back at the natural? Question mark? Uh-oh. So because the Stalker's in the natural, the ZergLord, he will get in. When he does, he's going to see the gas mining though. So again, not the biggest tell. It's a little bit difficult to really see this. We see a transition. It is not going to be an all-in. It is going to be charge into double Stargates. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Here we go. The charge lots are being morphed in. What do we have at home to defend? We do have a safety Roach War, and Roaches are being pumped out as well. So the ZergLord should be okay, depending on how many Zealots there are. And again, this is a great scout. Confirming the follow-up, confirming that this isn't an all-in. It is just, you know, just a bit of pressure. Zealots, they waddle on in. We have plenty of Lings and Roaches here to meet them for the full surround. There just aren't enough Zealots to really do much of anything, to be honest. Yeah, and Pacomike knows that. He just backs the hell up. This is a really interesting way to get into double Stargate Void Ray. Like, yeah, I have to wonder if this was worth it. Maybe it's because he got scouted. But yeah, these Zealots just haven't done much of anything. They forced Ling Roach out of the ZergLord, so he can't be as greedy as he otherwise would have been. So, I mean, there is that to add. There is that to factor in. I still don't know if it was worth it. Oh, especially with this around. Here we go. The Lings get in, and every single Zealot is going to go down. Aye. So many minerals just down the drain. And now he's going for his own counterattack. We have a Nidus on the way. We have plenty of queens. How many queens in total do we have? We have 6 queens and 7 roaches, and those queens are going to be across the map. How many Void Rays are we going to have to defend? That is the big question. We have 2 Void Rays in total, soon to be 4. I don't know about this, buddy. I don't know. I'm also curious to see if he brings some drones as well to throw down some spores. Like, I would love that from the ZergLord. Meanwhile, the proxy has been found. The Nidus is done. And it is on the way. Come on, let's go, queens. The queens are coming. Let's go, drones. That's what I want to see. But for the time being, only the queens are on the way. And maybe that's all he needs. Nidus about to finish up. And the ZergLord is here. creep slowly being spread. Again, this kind of build has been weakened because you cannot transfuse off of creep, but there we go. More nices being thrown down to help spread said creep. There are some shield batteries. There is going to be an overcharge available, but god, there are just so many queens. 12 queens, Jesus Christ, and they do come out of the nice to reinforce. There we go, more creep is being spread. And Pacomike is being so greedy. He's trying to get carriers out right now. Carriers are not what you need, puppy. Ay, ay, ay. I love it. We even have some Ravagers to help zone away all of these Void Rays. The first shield battery goes down. The second one's going to go down in a couple of seconds as well. We do have overcharge, but we're not even going to use it. The shield battery is now depowered, and this third base is gone. Are we going to see a recall? Oh, God. We are seeing a recall here, trying to evacuate everything that we can. It looks like everything will be saved, so a nice move there by Pacomike. But I don't know if he can even hold on to his natural, I'll be honest. We go, the queens are pushing on forward. That cyber core is looking a little bit exposed. Can he deny +1? Oh, it's gonna be hard, but we do have files available. Let's go, the cyber core in a couple of seconds. Nah, it's too late. +1 is gonna finish. Yeah, we needed that target fire a little bit earlier. And sure, the carriers aren't out, but again, we have plenty of queens as anti-air. I don't think I can believe in this from Pacomike. We don't have a robot, we don't have any immortals, we don't have any disruptors. He's trying to rebuild his cyber core. We got charge, but it's charge, mate, you know? Okay, a couple of queens are being focused down. Pacomike is holding. He's trying to hold at least. Oh, but the files are connecting as well. I thought the queens would maybe be overwhelmed, but no, it's not enough. The natural ends up falling, and Pacomike is down to 1 base economy. The ZergLord has done it. He had such a rough time earlier today. He lost to Pacomike 2-0 in the upper bracket, and he even lost the first game in this series in a pretty devastating manner. But it doesn't even matter because the ZergLord, he bounces back. He shuts down both of those Stargates. He gets into the middle line as well. A couple of files are going to be connecting here, sniping those Void Rays. All he has to do is make queens at home to defend, and GG gets called. The ZergLord, he does it. He fights back, and he wins the series 2-1. GG. Commodore, you no longer have the badge of shame. Really, he knew all along who to bet on. The ZergLord does it. We are having that ZvZ Grand Finals. GG, well played, congratulations. My condolences to Pacomike. I know he's a great player. I know he's amazing. He's beautiful at what he does. But we had some questionable openers here. In the previous game, we had a DT opener, and he didn't even deny the scouts, so the DTs did nothing. Likewise, here we had a charge opener, and we didn't even have a commitment into charge lots. It felt like Pacomike was a little bit indecisive. And in that indecisiveness, he wasted some tech, he wasted his opener. The charge did absolutely 0 economic damage. It did nothing. He traded with Lings of all things, which is not what you want to be doing with Zealots. And because of that, the Void Rays were delayed. They were also scouted. Very nice response there by the ZergLord. Pacomike, a little bit unlucky there, and he's going to have to come back next week. GG, well played. And now, we are getting ready for our grand finals. It is going to be that ZvZ. Ryu has been patiently waiting in those finals for his opponents. He has been breezing through this tournament. If I quickly look, I don't believe he's lost a single series so far. And yes, I have confirmation. A single game, sorry. He 2-0'd Valhalla. He 2-0'd Eon. He 2-0'd Pacomike. Can he do the same to the ZergLord? That is the question. The ZergLord is a great Zerg player in his own right. ZvZ is a much more dynamic matchup, and the ZergLord with his aggression can definitely take some wins here, could even take the series, but I have to, of course, cheer for my boy.